Why, hello there, and thanks for stopping in today. Now, today, Vicky, I want to explain to you exactly what we're doing, so you are completely familiar with what we're doing here. So let me get started. Okay, now, I entered 7, 11, 27, and 46, and I calculated it. I went up to exact match. Now, what we do is we copy these numbers. Now, there is absolutely no way to know what numbers are going to be chosen, or is there? In the latest form that we're working on, if you look at these numbers here, and I believe that this was given to us by a divine God. If we simply compare these numbers with these, what we find, in fact, is we have two numbers, and we now have broken it down to just three numbers, and all we have to do now is take these take two of these numbers and play them on the state lottery. The form that you are creating is we're going to be able to compare and match numbers to get extremely close to winning the lottery. Okay? This is what your divine God has provided us. Okay? Prayers are answered. Okay? I hope this proves it. So what you're working on is basically what your God gave us. You know, you had said to me that every time you click on Omni Shiva, you are praying to God. And I now am a confirmed believer in this. As I worked through this new form, it was as if God was bringing into my spirit this knowledge, and that He was sharing with me exactly what to do. So what you're working on is a divine form. Okay? When you walked over to the tomb and you prayed, as you prayed, the God was laying His hands on us and giving us this information. It is only through His divinity that we could absolutely, possibly come up with this information. No other possibility. Okay? So, now we know by making this simple comparison that we have two numbers on the lottery, but we know more than that. If we place the form in order, in this exact holy order, we find that we also have 37. I'm going to scroll up the page. Notice how 37 appears here, here, and here. That number 2 came up on the state lottery. This is no joking matter. We have actually found a way to do this. I'm going to walk you through each and every step on how to create this form, but I want to share with you a very quick way to program this. Okay? So now let's take a look at this. If you come here and you scroll up here like this, and you go to actual 1, what you're going to find is that a great deal of the programming has been introduced here. Most of it. The only thing that we're really changing, I believe, is what we're doing is we are adding match 75 repetition calculation. I think that is all we're adding to the form. Now match this, right, it's here, and you're going to find that it's also these numbers, repetition time calculation, these. Okay, so these numbers, in fact, match these. And these numbers are to be calculated twice. They're to be placed in the system twice. I don't know why this works. I believe it's God. It's God sent, and I believe truly that that that's the way it has to be. Okay, so all we did was we came up here, we took all of these numbers, and many of these calculations again can be found in the actual counting of numbers here on the system. Match actual 1. So you have lots of this programming already done. So okay, so that takes a good percentage of it. Now, so what you should do, I guess, is work on just these calculations that are already in there, and I'm going to work on sending you a video. It's extremely important that you recognize the fact that this was heaven sent. Let me share with you something else. If I come down here, and we're going to get to this, but if I looked at B exact match, almost every single time we will have at least one number that will come out in the state lottery. Again, this is given to us by God. Okay? There's only one thing to say about that, and it was sent by God. Okay? I believe that. I truly believe that it was sent by God. Okay, so I'm going to end this video because I'm going to run out of time, and I'm going to start working on explaining to you each and every function of this form. And I'm going to pay you well for this form, okay? Because this is the most complicated thing you've ever done. Well, I don't know. It's up there. I know something that you did which was a little bit more complicated. But anyway, I am sending you this video. Remember, as you create this form, this is sent by God. Okay? I am not mad. I know exactly what I'm doing. This whole thing is it's all about comparing and contrasting. And we know, remember this, when you are done calculating this, it's important to remember that we know that the numbers have to come from 3, 4, 5, and 6. It is what they call the statistical average mean. That mean is where the numbers come from. So all we have to do is look at all of these numbers and find out where they're coming out of. Okay? And then we'll know. Then we'll have a really good guess. Okay? So I hope this video has been helpful. I like to call you my now brother because I feel like you're my brother. And I know I'm nuts, but I truly believe that this was heaven sent. So I'd like to thank you very much for listening. God bless you, Vicky, and thank you for listening.